Okay. Right. So, first ever live stream, and I thought I'd do a little painting session just for a little while. I'm going to paint this stone troll. It's just a 3D print from Scruffy Crow, James. He has challenged me in painting a set of these, pitch up against him. So I thought, for a bit of fun, let's just give this a whirl and see what happens. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So what I'm thinking of doing this, I thought it was a good opportunity just to try different techniques, just a bit of practicing really, have a bit of fun. So I've been sort of watching YouTube quite a bit. I've been enjoying the Craft World Studios, and they do this technique called underpainting, where you create your shadows with a layer of paint, all sort of wet blended in. So I might give that a go. I'm gonna give that a little shot, see what I can make out of that, and then sort of go from there. But I don't suppose I'll get this miniature painted in this session, but we'll see where we get to. So yeah. So without further ado, I'll crack on. So just using the wet palette here, I'm gonna go for sort of like I did a sort of test model. This guy here, he's not finished yet. I'm still working on him. He's not looking too bad. There's quite a few things I'm kind of disappointed in myself with. So on this guy, I'm going to try and improve on that. Like I say, he's not finished though. So quite often once a paint job's done, it looks very different to sort of 3/4 of the way through anyway. So right, so what we're going to start with. Okay, I'm just basically gonna use this makeup brush to start with, and I'm just going to bash on colours that I think will look cool. So a bit of that on there. Missing some red. That's what I'm missing. Let's get the red, a bit of a blodge of that, because I want a darky. That's it, like a darky brown. That's what I want to start with. Something like that. And I'm going to come in sort of all the undersides of the miniature. Get into that crack. I'm pretty much going to hit everywhere. Start with just going under these arms there. So what I might do is underneath there, come round back of his body. I mean, I'm a complete novice to this. I don't really know what I'm doing at all. First time I've ever tried this technique, so probably got it all wrong, but that's the fun of it, isn't it? Just trying, just putting some paint down, not worrying about life. Doesn't really matter. I think sometimes too many people worry about things a bit too much and worry about mistakes and stuff, but really it's just all about having a bit of fun. So I'm gonna get that on there. A nice vibrant blue on the front and the top. Really vibrant. I want this, guys. So nice. Just blend them in. I mean, it's going to look absolutely awful to start with, but that's the point. There's a little bit of black in there. It's probably way too much. Alright, a little bit darker in there. Dab that off a little bit. Let's get back to this colour. Really, I mean, as far as I'm aware, this underpainting technique, really, I should be pushing the colours a lot more. So where it maybe in the crevices there, where it's darker, just some more red. It should project slightly colder as it goes up. I think that's what probably should try and do, get a bit more of that in there. Because this won't be the end result at all. This is purely just an undercoat. Just trying to get different irises. Yeah, okay. What we've got, so let's get back onto here. Let's get some blues, a touch of white, yellow, a bit of yellow in there. And like I say, I'm just purely making this up. I'm just nice and vibrant on the top. So basically, I guess I'm just sketching out the miniature. That's all we're doing. And then I'll come back in later with my proper brush to give it its, see now, oh, you get that place. Yeah, start getting those colours in there. Probably some yellows in there. Start getting that lighter. Haven't started that bit yet. It's probably a bit too light. Probably one of the best tools I use is a makeup brush. Love these things. So good. Scruffy Crow actually sort of gave me that idea to use one of these. I've never used one before, and then since then it's just, I always use it to base my miniatures. So we're just using, obviously just normal acrylics, just working with it wet, just pushing it around, see what I can get. I think I need a bit more red in there. Yeah. Just want to get that contrast in there. Down there. Bring them up. And the backs here. It's going to be dark down here. Dark in here. Push it in there. I'm not worried about the cloak. I mean, I could just do that. I suppose it doesn't really matter. That'll be a completely different colour. Okay, starting to take a little shape. yellow, I think. A bit of that green. Some whites for the bit more yellow. I kind of want it to sort of give a slight green hue. I think that's what I want. Ah, it's going to be dark under there because of that. No, it's going to be nice and bright. There's a little cheek there. It's going to hit. That's light's going to hit that, but it's going to be dark under there. So, might try and get some. Just clean that brush a little bit. So I'm not actually watering the brush. I'm just always keeping the paint on the brush, and just sort of letting the paint do its work as I mix it through. So I'm going to take some red now and get it underneath. Under there like that. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay, just getting it under there. Not the right brush for this. Totally just cheating. But I've sod it, who cares, eh? Who cares? I don't care. That's nice though. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. I like that. So it'd be dark under there as well. So those reds had. So once I come back with my actual colours for the miniature, the reds should really help give like those shadows in there. Just give the tones that I'm looking for. So with this bit here, I need to do a bit more work on this. So that's dark. That'll be dark in there. That section. Get all in there. So my last attempt, I did have a little go at this guy to start with. I think I didn't go for it enough. I think that's where I failed with it. So I'm going to try and learn my lesson this time round. So I like that. I like the changing of contrast in there. Nose is probably a little bit bright at the moment, but you know, light's going to be shooting down. I want the light to be hitting this belly. I want the belly to be sort of a focal point. So we'll probably have some like liver spots and stuff on there eventually. So can I just get a? Just want to get. Brush is probably not quite soft enough. I just want to drag that around. I'll blend that in with some dark coming around the bottom. Just blend it in, sort of not really brushing very hard, just very lightly, just blending that in and getting that in there. So I want some reds again. Maybe just a touch of black. That's it, touch of black, a bit of red. Maybe just a touch of purple, just to give a slightly different colour. That's cool, that's cool. Just in there, that's it, just there. Because you know, skin's just lots of different colours meshed together. And if we can get that at the start, like this, we can then either glaze and layer over the top. I wonder if I can maybe should get a little bit of purple in there. Just, it's almost like a little dry brush, just faintly popping that in there. Okay. Right. Here we go. What we're doing? Let's go to this. That would be better if I could see what I'm doing. Cool. Right, that's better. Sorry, I was just adjusting it so I can see what I'm doing on the screen. Okay, right, so let's work on this leg a bit now. So I'm starting to get a bit better around the front here. I'll sort that chest out in a second. I'm liking the reds under the armpits. I'm liking the reds just under the head, under the stone. I need to clean up the hands a little bit. I was going to maybe just concentrate on this leg. So to start with, we just want a bit of, I think we want to start with light, bit of yellow, just to give that green. I don't want it to be stark blue. I just want like a slight green tinge. That's really light. I didn't need to do that. I'll start light. Bring in some blue there. That's a bit better. Okay, let's get that. Let's get that covered. Let's work on this now. Okay, here we go. So, it's covered. And I'm going to come in now, just damp the brush off a little bit. I'm going to come in with some, again, with some reds. The back. Maybe just a bit of purple in there, just to heat it up a little bit. Red, might be a bit too much, maybe just a bit of black. There you go. Don't want this too dark because this is still kind of in the light. You know, the sun will be hitting this. But I just want a bit of colour in the skin. And then maybe now we'll go back to that bright colours. Just a bit of black. Calm that down a little bit. That's better. Just darker. Get that in there. Okay, just a touch of white. Bring the turquoise over. Yellow. I need some more yellow. Using it quite quickly. So let's get some green going. That's it. Green. Just try and accentuate the muscles a little bit. I mean, it doesn't really, I suppose the beauty of this stage is it doesn't really matter that much what you do, because you'll be going over it again later, so it doesn't really matter how much I think I got it wrong. This is just purely just a time to clean the brush. Dab that out. A minute. Okay, and again, come in with so that. Okay, just need a bit more. Put the red. Get some red back on the palette. Some black. Just need two purple, I think. Just two purple. Darker. There you go. Can't really get in the cracks of this brush. Again, I'm being lazy. Just, I can't be bothered to start getting smaller brushes out. So just a bit darker on there. Come around the bottom there. Okay. Blue, backing, green, bit of the white. Bit more yellow, I think. Again, guys, I'm just really am just making it up as I go along a little bit. Just sort of essentially just doing like an under paint scheme. This is just going to be a base coat, so I'm not. This is not the finished product. This is. I know it looks a bit random, a bit colourful at the moment, but it's not going to end up like this. It's just purely. Essentially an undercoat. I'm just messing around with the colours to a point at which I kind of like it, really. So I know that I want the belly to, I kind of like the dark blues in there. I need just a bit of that in that. But it's all just fun to experiment with colour. I mean I don't get a chance to sit down and just do this very often. Just mess around, practice. It's fun. I don't really care about this miniature. I mean, it's going to be part of my Oathmark army, but it's it's not a miniature I've paid money for or anything. So I'm not particularly worried about whether it comes out good or not. Just want to practice my skills. You don't get better unless you just try. And I think sometimes we don't try. We sort of worry ourselves a little bit too much. So gently flicking it around really. I feel like this belly is going to change colour quite a few times until I'm really pretty happy with it. I like the sort of like this sort of emeraldy blue I've got going on in there. Don't want to change it too much, but I do. It needs another coat, so I'm gonna have to try and emulate that somehow. Because I've totally forgotten what I did to get that. Just a little bit too much paint on there. Let's dab some of that off. It's also kind of a bit of a loaded brush technique, because I'm kind of, yeah, I don't want to, just want that red slightly in there. That's cool, yeah. I think that can be a little bit lighter as well, just there. The light will be shining off that. Elbow. And in there as well. Let's come into that. So let's get a bit of that rising up the arm. Quite like that purpley red coming up the arm. Coming through. And again coming down his muscles there. It's quite nice. Yeah, that's it there. Just a bit boring around the back here. A bit of colour there. I think most of the time it's just what you like or what you think looks cool. I don't think you need to worry about whether it's how the light should be or how skin is. I think sometimes we worry about that too much. And it's just a bit of what you like, I guess. See, I like that. That's looking better now. Come around there. I'm liking that, and I think that needs to be underneath. That colour needs to be under here. Coming round. May have to change. My brush. That's cool, I like that. Just around like that. Coming in there. There's a mark on the. I'm not too sure if that's a mark in the mould or not. I'm not putting this in for Golden Demon, so I don't care. That's it, that's nice. Just getting those little reds in there. I might even just go a little bit more on the red. Just a little bit more. No, that's too much. That's too much. Just a touch. Give them some life in that. It's a bit too much. So I'm almost dry brushing this. This is kind of like a very gentle overbrush. Just get some life. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Just bring, maybe on the, I don't know, maybe not there. But yeah, a bit there maybe. Even his muscle there. I that's dead here. Let's see. I think this is what you got to look at. Look, this is just dead round here. I haven't really worked this bit yet. So I'll work that next. That's cool. The red now starting to just come through. Give it those shadows. Really nice shadows. Let's just at the bottom here as well. It's just a touch. Just a touch. Again, it's almost like a dry brush. Paint's dry around here now, so I'm just... You know, and once you've done this, you can sort of decide then how much you want to go over it. You know, I might decide actually, you know, this guy's looking pretty cool, and you have to do a few glazes here and there, and he's about done. But I need to work his legs a little bit. I'm happy with this going around here, around there, up here, around the back here. I think that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's dark enough in there, I reckon. It's got a nice red little nose there, which will serve me once I come in with finishing touches to his bit of life around his ears. That's cool. It's not too bad. It's getting there. Right, now I need to work on... Okay, so this is obviously looking really grubby. Nothing really happening there. So, and this is going to be the sort of lightest point, this area here, coming down. So I want to try put some highlights in there. How I'm going to do that is, I think I'm just going to go in with some of my turquoise there. I want to make it nice and yellow, or at least this nice vibrant green. But I do need a little bit. I need to knock it back a little bit with a bit of blue. Again, all the colours I'm using, they're all just Vallejo. There's nothing particularly special about these. Just off your shelf paints. So nothing out of the ordinary. I'm not using any. That needs to be dark in there, so I missed that area there, down there. I do want these to be. They can even be a lighter, I think. Coming down there. Coming down there. I just want to make sure it's all. What I made a mistake on my last one was I didn't coat it fully, and I found myself going back trying to base things whilst I'm trying to finish it, whilst trying to finish the model, so that was not cool. So this time I want to make sure I get it based. I want to go in for a bit more yellow here. Can I get that a little bit lighter? Yeah, look at that. Just go for it. Who cares? No one's going to tell me off. Straight in there, the yellow. Yeah. Just blend it in. It's all wet. I just blend it in whilst it's wet. Don't worry about details. We'll come back to details later. To the light needs to be showing there. Yeah. Neaten that up a bit. Okay. Right, now we just go in here darker in there. Okay, so maybe some black, some red, some a bit more black. Oh, it's gone. Some black in there. White, black, red. We got nice muddy colour. Maybe just a bit of purple in that. It's probably a bit muddy. And it's probably too... brush is too big. Let's stop being a complete idiot. Let's get a brush in there now for a minute. It's very red. A bit too red, to be honest with you. So I mean, it becomes a lot harder to wet blend using a smaller brush. A lot more skill starts needing to be. Well, using this thing is so very easy. So if you're someone who doesn't particularly like wet blending, I'd recommend using a bigger brush. It's not looking too good. Just clean that out, dab that away. I just want to blend that in, so I want a bit of green there. It's funny how it's just backwards and forwards, like it's just gone a bit crappy, but after a few passes or something else, you can suddenly turn it back into something you like. Those colours, I want that purple to come through a bit more. I'm way too red in there, I think. But I might have to just wait. Switch back over. Just start. See, now this is where I'm starting. Probably been a bit too. I'll pick out where I think there should be colour. Yeah, let's get in there. Still needs to be darker in the. Needs to be darker in here. Definitely. Just a little bit. I can't get my brush in there. That's the thing. Maybe just there. Okay, that needs. This bit here needs working. Back to the makeup brush. Yeah, this needs working out big time. Seriously guys, if you haven't used a makeup brush before, nick one from your missus, start using it because it's so good. Soften that bit there, soften that off. Okay, a little bit. I need some more turquoise. Let me know if you'd like me to do more of this sort of thing, where it's just a live stream. I've just, like I said, this is literally the first time I've done this. Don't know why, really. Just never really sort of thought about doing it. It's quite fun, actually. It just gives me that time to sit down and paint. Kind of talk crap, I guess. About something I've got no qualifications to give any advice in. Like I say, it's all just trial and error. You know, there's no point beating around the bush and pretending you're something you're not. Just trial and error. But yeah, please, comments below. If it's something you'd like me to see me do more, I'd definitely be up for doing that. I think he's starting to come together now. I'm starting to feel where I want him. So he's... I still think I can go lighter on top. I think I can go lighter on here. Around here needs to be lighter. Needs to be lighter, definitely. I want some more yellow. I may even go almost pure yellow and ruin the miniature. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go in pure yellow and just ruin the miniature. That's a great idea. Sod it. Who cares? Look at that. Contrast, that's what you want. Contrast, contrast, contrast. Again, I'm sort of just overbrushing it on, really. Where I think maybe there's going to be... Like I say, it's just going to cause me that... Just touch. Brighter in there. That's cool, I think that's looking right. Just bring these up a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how I deal with the back being all bobbly. I reckon we probably should have some of it glistening a bit more. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. This leg now gone awry a little. Like the tones coming up, it's just this bit here just needs sorting. What do I want to do? It's got this sort of purple feel to it, hasn't it? I just need to dab a bit more. Remind me later. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, what I was doing. Okay, let's a bit of purple. This leg, doesn't it? This leg here. Bit of purple. I'm gonna go. Right, it's a bit of blue, bit of purple. Blue, bit of purple. Yeah. What we got? That's 2 blue. I need some red. Get some red in there. That's it. I'll bring it down, back down to a bit of a almost a browny colour. Yeah. And we want this going on. It's 2. It's not. I'm just trying to find. That's probably 2. That's fine. So come down that vein there, down like so. I'm just sort of thinking where I think the light basically would hit, sort of come down this front bit here. Will be the brightest area. And I can probably just lighten that up a little bit. Some yellow mixed in. Okay. Back to this mix. Just blend them together. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. Yeah, a bit more. Oh no, he's dead. I need some more. I need some more purple in there. I might just go to the smaller brush. Some colour into this. Just want to differentiate some of these. Back to the brush. Blend it back in. I think it needs to be. Just not get some colour in there. Yes. Blend that in. Nearly there. Nearly there. I think it needs to be. Yeah, it's not too far off, is it? Okay, got in there. too brown. Brown, but purple. Don't like spots of mist. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there with the underbrushing or the undercoat as such. I think that's going to suffice as my shades, my highlights and shades. I might start just blocking in a couple of, sort of get some order to the miniature and start blocking in some of these bits and pieces like the teeth and the robe and the rock, just so I can see where they are, see where it's going, and then I can start working on the skin properly, which is not going to be a quick task. Like I say, this guy here, it's not finished, so a lot of things still very much to be done. I found he's just too blue. He's too blue. There's not enough contrast in the way I've done things on this guy. You know, he'll do as part of the 3, but he's going to be probably my worst one of the 3. But saying that, he's not finished yet, so I might just go back over him and start doing a few different things. But this guy's already looking a little bit better, just in the position he's in. Okay, so I will, let's block in some of these bits. Bit of a boring task, but needs to be done. And I can then start seeing where we're going. So I can start, get rid of that. Right, say bye to the old makeup brush, guys. Bye-bye, makeup brush, see you later. Mr. Utility. Use this all the time. It's best brush in the kit, makeup brush. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so let's find a grey. I'll start with a stone. Start up and come down. Where's this grey? Grey. London grey. Always like this grey. It's quite a nice sort of dark to mid-tone grey by Vallejo. You can sort of, it's a nice base in colour. So I'll start with this one. So I'm running out of room on the palette, so it is going over here, so you won't be able to see where I'm putting it probably, but on the other side. Actually, I might do that. Let's turn that around. Okay, so there's my grey. Pretty simple. So no fancy techniques now. It's simply a bit of water, a bit of grey. Let's base this little bad boy up. Dee. What do you guys normally listen to when you're painting? Do you listen to music? Do you watch YouTube? I quite often just paint in the quiet, you know. It's a bit sad, isn't it? I often just paint in the quiet. I find it therapeutic. I've got 2 kids, so everything's really loud during the day. So I guess that's probably why. Sorry if I'm falling out of shot. currently literally only have like this brush, so that's why I've got such a small brush for such a large area to base. So it will take me a little while. Also need to get into here. What am I using this brush for? Actually, I've got old brushes. What am I doing? This is a bit bigger. And that's my fine brush. What am I using my fine? Laziness is not good when it comes to painting. If you want to be a good painter, break the laziness. So many times where I don't do things because I'm lazy, and your paint job suffers because of it. But if you're just painting to get models on the table, who cares? Crack on. Which is what I'm doing here. To be fair, there's nothing special about this miniature. I'm just painting him for Oathmark, which I think is my main game at the moment, Oathmark. I do really love it. I haven't played it for a long time, to be fair. One reason is I needed some trolls, sorry. Get a bit more of a punch in the army. But yeah, I haven't played it for some time. But I do love it, it's a great game. Also looking forward to getting a game in of second edition 40k with a couple of guys I know in Bedford. Once I've got my orcs painted up, so if you do follow me and you've been watching some of the videos, you'll see that I've been painting up a load of orcs or space orcs for 40,000 Warhammer 40,000 second edition. Nice nostalgia trip. Yeah. I don't know if Richard's still on, but the troll is for Oathmark, which I think I said. Sorry, totally. I'm new to this, guys, so totally not seeing the chat very well. Not as if there's much chat in there, to be fair, but very new to this. So now I know where the chat is. If anyone wants to ask me something, please do. God, this is slow. Why am I so slow? Awkward. That's why. See, now this is where I fail in. I'm not very good at competition painting, because under there you can see that I haven't picked up the hands. I'm sort of thinking to myself, would I even bother painting that bit? I might do when it comes to it. I will have to do something with this rock to make it stand out a little bit. I'll have to give it some contrast, because at the moment a little bit lost. But then I'm looking at it. The skin's not done yet, so cool. That's that, or at least enough for now. Let's go with some bleach bone, or bone white. Bone white, Vallejo game colour. Just gonna knock in the robe. This is always a funny colour. It always starts off really, And the teeth. Let's do the teeth. It's always very patchy. Takes a few coats. Let's do this. Okay. Do you ever find your paint jobs always look crap until the very end? I always think that. I always think, God, it looks awful until the end, and suddenly it works. Or quite often until you put a wash on when you're being lazy. Something I want to try and improve on, and not just reach out for a wash. So doing this method here will hopefully reduce the requirement of a wash. I may use it here and there, but that's the idea. It's I'm sort of pre-shadowing everything, and then I should be able to just have a highlight up over the top and add shadows where required. Hopefully, that's the idea. But I don't know, because I've never done it before, and it'll probably go wrong. But it's all good. It's all good. It don't matter. Right, okay. Let that dry in a sec. Just do this last bit here. Do do do. Do do do. There you go. Not very good. Okay, right. That'll do for a minute. Needs another couple of coats. Fine for now. Okay, so this is where I've got to be careful. I don't really want to get this onto the skin, because that will start making things hard. So this paint, this colour always starts off a little bit streaky, but you can control that with number of coats. Once it's dry, you can come over the top. It does sort itself out, I promise. Okay. What we got? So, yeah, so for anyone that's new, just mess around with this troll. Like I said, I've been doing like a sort of underpaint system. So this isn't the finished product of the skin. This is simply like a sketch for the highlights and the shadows, and we'll go over and we'll sort of glaze and we'll layer over the top, and we'll hopefully have a nice miniature at the end. That's the plan. But at the moment, I'm doing something really boring. I'm just blocking in robes. So, yeah, there you go. So da-da-da. Nice. Getting that in. Just slap some paint on. Don't worry about it too much. I just want to get a feel for where it is. What I do want to do is be careful I don't get it on the skin, because you spend that time getting a reasonable blend and then you go and slap a load of white paint on it. So just around here, it's just be a little bit careful, and again, I'm not using a very good brush, so just try and put the point to it. Around there, coming round. Yeah. So if you, I don't know how it works, but if you want to see how I did the skin for now, just go back in the video. I guess you can do that. Again, this is my first ever live stream. I've never actually done one before, but I thought I'd do this. So the reason I'm painting this troll, I've been challenged by Scruffy Crow to do a bit of a paint off. So he's going to be painting the exact same 3. So I thought I'd take the opportunity just to try some different techniques. And on this particular troll, I was trying some underpainting, which is the results of what you see with the skin at the moment, which I think has come out as I expect, and should hopefully do what I'm hoping to do. So again, create those contrasts, create the colours, give me the highlights and the shadows. So I should just be able to just glaze over the top, manipulate the colours that are already there. So yeah, that's the idea anyway. Okay. Down there. Sorry, I'm just trying to be a bit more careful on this bit. I just don't want to get it on the skin. As you can see, that it's quite streaky, this paint, but once you've gone over it, once you get a good 3 to 4 coats of it, it looks quite nice. And I think that's sometimes the key. I think a lot of people, I mean, you know, when they say sort of two thin coats, you know, totally agree. But I think quite often is the secret is it's not 2 thin coats, it's like 3 or 4. But 2 thin coats is good enough for those people who just want to, or anyone like me as well, who want to just get miniatures on the table. It just depends if you want to up your standard of painting. Personally, it's just my personal opinion. I think it's quite often about the opacity of paint that you place onto the miniature. Okay, oh well, I'm kind of getting bored of doing the road now. Do you guys ever just get bored of doing one little bit and just think, sorry, I'm not going to do it anymore? Because I am. I can't be bothered. Right, okay. Right. Just do his tasks, and I've got to sort of start thinking about what I want to do to the skin. change the brush quickly. Cool. I want this one. Anyway, it's nice that a couple of people have popped in, said hi. For my first ever little paint session. Yeah, it might be something I do a bit more. It's been quite nice actually. Just have a chat. What's a paint? That's cool. Right, I might sneak in there with some. What do I want? Do I want? A bit of red. His tongue. Is that right? That's right. Red. This would be nice and vibrant. I think that's too. Let's come in with a slightly darker red. Oh, jeepers. Oh no. I'm running out. Go. Come on. Bollocks. Might be just enough. Oh, you bitch. Throwing paint everywhere. Okay. Cool. Right. His little tongue. Nice. Okay. Right. It's got to a point now I need to sort of think about how to tackle the skin. I haven't really sort of got that far in my thoughts. That'll do. So, essentially the colours are there. I just want to push. On the contrast a bit more. Bring a bit of life into these bits here. So, with that, I will want my. Get some yellow again. Get out the turquoise. I'll concentrate on the highlights first. White, blue. I think that's what I'll start with. Blue. And we're using. Are we using this nature blue? Must be using this one. Oh no, I'm not using that one, I'm using this one. God blimey. Right, okay, here we go. Like that sort of grey colour there. This wants to be a lot more bright. This wants to be brighter down here. So I'm gonna come in with this. Nice and yellow. Right, okay, so right. So now we're changing our technique completely. Now I don't want hardly anything on my brush. I'm just gonna, still too much, still too much. Just gonna glaze it down to where I want those highlights. This should smooth it out as well. Still too much. Too much on there. Down here. Still needs to be a bit wetter. Still too running out of arm. Just want to glaze it. Glaze it in. Like so. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll bring the shadow back up again, so that'll stop that horrible line there. But just want to create. It's actually quite hard on his belly. Get the smoothness right. Just want to let that dry a little bit. But I'm just going to be pushing this now until get that contrast. I think that'll be the last thing I'll do today. Time to chill out. Okay. We go. It's going in a little bit lighter now. Just a certain area of his belly, just where I want to bring the highlight. Again, just keeping it real thin. Still still, I think it's probably not thin enough, if I'm honest with you. Nearly there, nearly. So I can push this backwards and forwards. I'll push this backwards and forwards until to where till I get to a point when I like it. That's where that's going. Just getting the paint. The hardest thing about glazing is just getting the paint consistency to what you like. See, now the idea is I'll get different tones over the areas of different shades. So I'm going to be creating this green effect. But I'm going to get different tones from here down to here. That is the idea. We just keep going. Just can't get the greens. Actually, I want to go that way. I don't like that. Don't like that. There you go. Okay, that's looking cool. That's looking cool. Let's get in there. It's a slow process, real slow process. But this will look much better than the sky. Much better. Already I can feel it. You know, feel the difference. Down there, bring that down. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So when I come around here, it's a bit streaky around here, so I just need to glaze this up. Glaze this up. Now, I don't normally paint with glazes. Not like this. Not generally. I generally like to layer up. But with trying this technique out, I think it's the only way you can really paint this. yeah, I think we'll call that a day for now. I'm getting a bit tired and can't really bother to do any more. But yeah. So you get the idea, get the skin down, and we just come in with our glazes to glaze it up to the colours you want, using the shaded undertones and the highlights to give you the different colours with your glazes. So you get an idea of where I'm going with that belly, bringing that up. So eventually I want to sort of probably maybe get some pink in there as well, get some reds in there, bit of life. But that's the plan. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later.